Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna set up a small hydroponic system and put some plants in it. So, what do we need? First, we need a reservoir. This is the cover of the reservoir, and you'll see that I have cut some holes in it. I got 12 holes. It looks kind of crude because I did it with an X-Acto knife. Didn't have a drill at the time. This is the bottom of the reservoir, and I put 4 liters of water in it as well already. So it will go on something like that, and then we'll put the plants in like that. So that's done. Okay, I also have some foil paper here to cover the reservoir so that light doesn't get into it, because if you let light in to the nutrient, it will get algae, so that's a bad thing. Okay, so I'll put those aside, and just a look at some of the plants I'll be working with. This is an okra. This one here is basil, and this one here is, it says eggplant, black beauty eggplant. Okay, and then I got some more eggplants. This one is Violetta eggplant. So those are the things I'm going to be putting in there. Alright, so I'll put those back over here out of sight, and then I'll work on the nutrient first. Alright, so the nutrient is Master Blend, and this is a tomato blend, and it's missing a few things if you want it to be a general thing, not just tomatoes. So you add some Epsom salt to get the sulfates and sulfur, and you add some calcium nitrate to give it the nitrogen side of things, and the nitrates and so on, nitrites and all that. Okay, so that said, let's blend some nutrients. So I have to weigh these nutrients. I got a little scale here, start it up. The scale is going to be zeroed out so that everything in there shows 0, and then I'll just add the powders into the little receptacle. Now for Master Blend, I need 1.25 grams for this, because I've got 4 liters of water inside there. So 1.25. Alright, here we go. Putting a little bit at a time. Alright, we're up to 0.4, we're up to 0.8. Oops, I've got too much in now. I got 1.75. Let's take a tip of that out. 1.5. Take a little bit more. Alright, 1.23. Alright, we get in there. 1.4. Dip out a little bit more. Alright, that's 1.27. 1.24. 1.25. Okay, so that's the Master Blend. I'm gonna throw that in there, in the water, and Next one, I'm gonna do some Epsom salts. Epsom salts, I only need 0.65 grams. So let's put another of these here. Oops. Some has spilled on the glass. Okay. Okay, let's zero it out. It's zero. Oops. Beautiful. So it's zeroed out. All right. 0.65. 0.65. I'm at 0.5. Okay, went over a little. Alright, 0.7. Oh. 0.63. Alright, 0.66. I'm not going to struggle with that. Put that in there. Do a quick stir. Those salts dissolve really easily. And this is the blend for seedlings, like just half the volume of salts I'm putting in, because these things are not matured enough yet to get full blast of nutrients. So we're going to introduce them to it gently. All right. So the next one we're going to do is calcium nitrate. So we got the thing zeroed out. Let's put this one away. And calcium nitrate, how much do we need? 1.25 as well, just like the master blend. So let's go. These ones have big granules, so we gotta be careful. All right. Okay. 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 That's 1.15, 1.23, 1.26. Not gonna struggle. These have big grains, so this one may be a little harder to dissolve, so I gotta do a little bit of stirring there. Okay, let's do that. Just trying to get those to dissolve. If you have problems with calcium nitrate dissolving, it's usually good to put it in a little warm water and it dissolves much faster. But this will go. It's just that it needs you to stir it quite a bit to get it dissolving cold or lukewarm water. Okay. So this is the nutrient. This is ready almost to go. There's only one more thing I have to do. I have to check to make sure the pH is in the range of 5.5 and 6.5. Okay, so how do we do that? Alright, here we go. We have a nice little monitor, pH monitor. Looks like this thing. Okay, and let's take a reading first to see where we're gonna start. Let me just get the stuff out of the way. Okay. Alright, just gotta step aside for 1 minute. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start this up, and we're gonna wait until it stabilizes and see where it ends up. So we're in 4 liters of water. We put in our nutrients, and it's given us 5.92, actually 5.89 now. So that is actually a very good range. I don't have to do anything. Yeah. Just making sure it's okay. 5.76. Okay, so that is actually pretty good, because my range is 5.5 to 6.5. So I'm so happy. I don't have to add any other chemicals or anything to make it change. Okay, so that's done. So that means what I can do is sort of put this on, sort of thing. But before I do that, I'm going to make the cover. I'm going to make the cover for this. Okay, get that out of the way. Get these out of the way too. Right here. Okay. So here I'm just putting the cover on the top here. I will do the same thing with the bottom, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to do this one, and that way you can see what I'm doing. And what I can do is, if I have an X-Acto knife, I can just basically cut the slits here in the thing. I'm going to do a couple so that you see the gist of it. Okay, gotta be careful. Would have been nice to cut these out neat. Alright, that's fine. Got one here. So you just let it follow the contour. Do this one as well. Okay, that's done. So we got 2 holes there, done, and this is how it looks on the top. I'm going to just put these 2 in for now. Okay, so I can put that on to the top here and press it down. Excellent. Okay, so now when it comes to the plants, like normally the plants will be like this in the peat ball, and I just drop them into the cup. Just want to make sure if there are any roots that they're, you know, right down in the center or so on, and then I put it in here. Now before I did all this, I had tested that the water level would come to here, right here where the peat ball ends. So I had raised the water up so that the water goes there, and it will wick its way up to the plant, so the plant will stay moist, and the roots will go down and find the water. Okay, do another one, same thing. The peat ball ends here at this band, and I stick it in there, and I can move the camera a little and show. Let's see if I can do another one, put in another one from the top. I'm just trying to cheat here and do it without turning it over. Oops, don't want to tear that. Okay, see, I've got another one here. I'm going to just put it in. So these are 3 basils. So that one's there. So you can do all of them. What you do is you feel for the hole and then make an incision and then follow the circle. Alright. Okay. That's the nice thing about having these, and I can put an okra in there, get another one, and another one here. Okay. Okay, so the only thing is that when you look at this, you can probably see some light in the thing. I'm going to just move the camera over, see if we can see what I am seeing here. See, you can see some light at the sides of these things. So I'm gonna just try to fill them in with something else now. So I got this little ring here. I'm gonna try to put this. Let's see if I can put it so that you can see. Okay. I'm gonna put this ring around that and see if that closes out the gap. Let's bring it back. See, the light is being diminished with that ring. So that ring is just a piece of foam that I cut, and just so that you know where you can get some cheap foam. Buy a pool noodle, you know, these things kids learn to swim with, and you just cut off a slice. And I just made it about 3 or 4 millimeters and thing, just to shade the light from that. And you put a slit in it. I can probably do one. Let's see if I can get the camera to show. Okay. So, if you can see that, okay. Oops, that's not a good one. I'm gonna have to do a better job than that. Okay, just one moment. Okay, so I've got my little thing here. Make it nice and flat. Okay, and then I put a little slit Okay, little slit there, and I can just put that around the plant so that okay, and that looks like it. You've just planted a few plants. Just one more to go. I'm going to put this one in. I'm just feeling for the hole right here. Oh, the hole is here. Okay, I'm going to stick this under here because I cut a little bit too much and exposed some plastic. Alright, that's done. Put that there, and that's about it. I can also cheat and put this here so it will hide that side, but I'll put on another one. I'll put on another one of these. Nice to do it with a serrated edge. Okay. Okay. So you got yourself a hydroponic system. Now all I have to do is lift this up and put it on top of this cover, and I will protect the bottom part from the light. Let's take a look at the bottom. See what we see. There we go. So what we expect is to see the roots come down into the net cut and then into the liquid, and it will drink its way to happiness, and it will grow nicely and start bearing fruit. We'll keep this in this seedling tray until the roots have come down a bit and matured. Then I'll put it into the big one over here. So this is its permanent home. This is 64 liters of goodness. So this big mother will be feeding it for the rest of its life cycle, each plant. Have some more plants here to put out, and normally when I put out the plants and they're matured, what I do is I use the same pool noodle, and this is not a wrong one, but what you do is you just do the same thing but a lot thicker. Alright, it would have been like that, and then I would make 2 slits, and I would put the plant in between there and just put this in to wedge the plant into position. The roots would be showing beneath here and the leaves up above, of course, and I will suspend it above the water. So this would actually go right here instead of the net cup that we used. It would go, I'll show you. Let's put that there for a sec. You just squeeze it. Imagine the plant is in here, right? It's holding the plant nice and gently, and you see the hole. I would squeeze that into the hole and it will be like that. The plant will be protruding upwards and the roots will be dangling in the water. And that's all hydroponics really is. Just putting nutrient at the base of the roots. And of course, the way we put it in, we leave enough space at the top of the roots for air so that the roots are not totally covered. Otherwise, the plant would drown. So that's just a technique to remember. All right, so that's the end of that demo. I will do these on my own time. Put these ones in. Okay. So what did we learn just now? We learned that you need a reservoir, and I made mine out of a lunch container. Just put this back in here. You need plants. We have some in pellets and we put them in a net cup. The net cup has spaces so that the roots can come through and go down into the water nice and easy. All the net cup really does is suspends the plant above the water. I will interject here that I prefer using, when it's time to use the foam, than the net cup, because the net cup seems kind of like, like it moves too much. Like if a high wind comes, it will just blow the plant over, kind of thing. But with these foam in place, it keeps it rather rigid and it's gentle as well. So I like that, and it's very simple to do. All right, so you need the reservoir, net cups to hold, or foam when it gets bigger, and you put in your nutrient. You saw me mix the nutrient. It was master blend. You had three things. You had the master blend, right, which is the tomato blend of elements, and you add a little calcium nitrates to provide some more nitrogen stuff, and Epsom salt to do the sulfur and sulfate elements. So, and those have combined together will give the plant about 15 different elements that it really needs to survive and to produce food. So that's what you need to know. I just mentioned as I went along that it's good to have a pH monitor, because the pH monitor tells you, if you're within range of how, the pH that a plant needs to grow. Most of these plants need to be within 5.5 and 6.5 pH. So we use this to test the waters. This had come back about 5.7, which was in the good range, so I didn't bother doing any adjustments with it. So we will check later on to see that the pH does not change, because as the nutrient is used up, there might be changes to the pH as well, and we might have to add another, like an acid, to either lower it or add some kind of alkali to raise the pH. So those are things that we can learn in the future, in future videos. So for now, this is where we stand. We have 6 plants, if you can see them properly here. 6 plants completed, and I've put foil on top to stop the light getting in, and I'm gonna put this foil at the bottom to keep the light out from the roots and so on, and from the nutrient getting algae. And I've put this little piece of foam on there to hide the light that we were seeing. You can see these ones haven't been done yet, and you can see like little light down inside there, little spots of light. So there you have it. If you like that, let me know. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Drop me a comment or something. Thanks for watching.